Tens of thousands of people have taken part in a global protest over the financial crisis. Rallies have been held in more than 80 countries, with protesters venting their anger against corporate greed and economic inequality. The so-called Day of Rage was meant to be peaceful, and it was, apart from Rome. Europe correspondent Emma Alberici reports.
Protesters called for a day of outrage around the world, but in Rome, anger turned to anarchy. Streets became battlefields. It's the worst violence in the Italian capital in years. Police fired water cannon and tear gas to disperse the crowds. In the shadow of the Colosseum, hooded militants set fire to government buildings. Hours of clashes destroyed luxury cars and other symbols of wealth. Banks and shops were attacked. Protesters set this police van alight after its two occupants escaped the mob. At least 70 people were injured.
This is the revolution that we are about to fight in this country.
This is what a police state looks like.
They were inspired by demonstrators in Spain and the US. On Wall Street, protesters spent a month campaigning against corporate greed. Thousands of people occupied Times Square. Dozens were arrested. Police clashed with protesters in London who refused to leave the financial district after a peaceful rally. Many have set up camp and are vowing to stay for as long as possible.
What the banking sector has done to not only our country but on a global scale is such a big issue now. We need to protest against it.
The protest movement put more pressure on G20 finance ministers meeting in Paris. They've given Eurozone nations a deadline of next week to come up with a solution to fix the crippling debt crisis.
What we need to see from Europe is a comprehensive approach, and I believe we have seen constructively some further approaches in recent weeks. These need to be brought together in a comprehensive plan by European leaders.
Protesters want policies that stop penalising the poor for the mistakes of the rich. Emma Alberici, ABC News, London.